Ever wondered if there's a connection between psychological distress and unhealthy dietary habits among teenagers? It's a topic that's been on the minds of many, including a team of veteran scientists led by Dr. Rashawan. They set out on a mission to uncover the truth behind this question, focusing their efforts on adolescents in low- and middle-income countries in the Southeast Asian region. Dr. Rashawan and his team used data from the Global School-Based Health Survey. This survey covered 9 countries in Southeast Asia. They defined psychological distress as the presence of 2 or more factors from a list that included loneliness, anxiety, suicide ideation, suicide planning, and suicide attempts. They assessed 4 dietary habits: inadequate fruit intake, inadequate vegetable intake, daily soft drink consumption, and weekly fast food consumption. To estimate the prevalence of these factors, they used a method called random effects meta-analysis. They also used logistic regressions to estimate the odds ratio, or OR, of unhealthy dietary behaviors for those with psychological distress. Their study included over 30,000 adolescents, 56% of whom were girls, aged between 12 and 15 years. They found that the prevalence of psychological distress was 11%. Interestingly, girls reported slightly higher rates than boys, with 11.8% versus 10.1%. Now, on to the dietary habits. They found that 42% of adolescents had inadequate fruit intake, 26% had inadequate vegetable intake, and 40% consumed soft drinks daily. More than half, at 57%, consumed fast food weekly. The link between psychological distress and unhealthy diet? It's real. The team found that psychological distress was associated with inadequate fruit and vegetable intake and daily soft drink consumption. However, they didn't find a significant association with weekly fast food consumption. But here's something to note: there were substantial variations in these numbers across different countries. To sum it up, Southeast Asian adolescents are facing a significant burden of psychological distress and unhealthy dietary behaviors. Those struggling with psychological distress are more likely to have unhealthy dietary habits. This crucial finding could guide preventative interventions and inform relevant policies around adolescent nutrition in the region. In essence, the mind and body are more interconnected than we might think, and taking care of one can have a significant impact on the other. So next time you're feeling stressed or down, remember to take a moment to consider not just your mental health, but your physical health as well.